Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic Survival. I hope you guys enjoyed that time-lapse of this factory working. I will be making updates to this. I believe I will actually make this a series of guns, or I guess ammo containers instead of parallel. I've gotten suggestions saying that I can save a whole bunch of materials like this, but the reason why I kept it like this, because I knew you can keep things in series and save tubes, but I wanted something a little bit cooler to show, you know, a bunch of tubes are all around, looks like a factory, than just a single tube. So I don't know. I like the factory feel from all this. So I kind of like keeping this here for now. I'm not going to change it anytime soon. I'll probably change it later. But I did make updates and make fixes to the, I guess, factory, if you want to say. First things first is I put a timer between this output that goes to the planter and then output that goes to the water, because if you plant and water at the same time, they cancel out each other and either one goes or the other one goes, and mostly it's the planter that goes and not the water. So I just put a small delay on it, and so that works a lot better now, almost 100, well actually exactly 100%. Second is I just moved these ceiling tiles down lower. I put this instead of having the sensor on the top of that spud gun, I just put it on the side. And I just kind of shifted everything over, and it just works. So that's good. If you guys really want to know, let me know. But I'm pretty sure you guys already know how this is all made. You guys got all the dirty details in an hour-long video. So, okay. Something today is going to be a little bit different. Something that I actually have never done or tried before. We are going to attempt to make a water vehicle. A lot of people have attempted and failed, but also pretty much successfully make boats. So this vehicle, or this is going to not be something really unique, but I'm going to try to see if I can make a water vehicle that works well, works efficiently, and possibly even be free energy. We'll see. I'll look at how it can be done, but let's play around and see how we can do this. Okay, so I just made some level 3 wood, I believe it's what it's called. And I also have some bubble wrap that I made from some extra oil that I had. I've actually ran out of both wood and oil, so I'm going to need to go resource collecting for that. But all I did here was just make a small platform. I'm pretty sure this is floatable, or what's the word? Buoyant? No, quite buoyant. That's pretty cool, actually. So I don't know if it's possible to make this completely without using fuel. I might look into some more ways using glitches later, but right now, we've got ourselves a nice little floaty platform. Uh-oh. A ragdolling platform, apparently. We got ourselves a nice little platform, and it'll float. What I want to do, actually, is probably take out this middle part right here. So if I come in here and go like, just take this part out. Will it start to sink a little bit? No, it won't. Okay, cool. And I'll take this one out too, like that. Alright, and so if we actually build a little platform underneath out of like bubble wrap or so. Let's just say we have actually, you know what we can do? I have a chest. I want to make sure that I have a chest with me on this boat. Like, I don't want this boat to be something fancy. I'm stuck. I don't want this boat to be something fancy and like crazy and cool with a bunch of features, because there's not really much to do in the water yet. Once the developers start adding more, I guess, features in the water, once they start adding more things like they said they will, then I guess we can start building a better type of craft. But right now I just want to be able to get around and carry things. So that's kind of like the goal that I'm going for right now. So let me just put this down real quick and then build out so I can put a chest down. Let's put a chest down up front right here. So let's like go here, grab our chest, and there's no room. I want to flip this upside down, but I don't want to go through the work to do it, so we're just going to just move this right here, and then come here, and then stand right there, and boom. There. Wait. Boom. There we go. Now it's flipped. Okay, so now let's take this chest, and this lift is in the way, and now let's put this, oh, come on. Well, hold on a second. Let me just get this fixed real quick. Okay, we got that there. Pretty simple, and it fits pretty well. At least I want to say it does. It could probably use some more work, but I want to leave space back here for anything else that we might want to add. And I have an idea of what I want to add actually right now. So we're gonna put our controlling mechanism. This is going to be pretty devastating for some of you guys, so I'm sorry, but we are going to make use of a glitch. Because I don't want to have to deal with turning mechanisms, I'm just going to make use of a suspension glitch in order to make this boat turn. I know, this completely goes against what this channel is all about, really. I wanted to use a glitch-free, completely vanilla survival series, but because there is no really good way to get propulsion in this game, or at least over the water, yet, I'm going to have to use a glitch so that I can make this at least a little bit easier on myself. So, without further ado, you guys are probably familiar with the suspension glitch, but for those of you who aren't, it's pretty simple as putting a bearing down and a block of some sort. I'm going to just use this block here. Since this boat isn't centralized, or it doesn't have like a center point, it's going to be a little bit off, so hopefully you guys aren't too upset about that. But then, so you put a block on top of a bearing, you put a suspension on that block. Doesn't really have to be off-road suspension. In fact, I feel like on-road suspension or just regular suspension is better because it's smaller. But this is all I had on me right now because I used all my oil for the bubble wrap. So then you put a block on the other end of that, what's it called, suspension, and then you just put blocks left, right, and then I'm going to put one down here and down here as well. I don't need to, but I'm going to do that just in case. And then I'm just going to leave that there, and that's it. So you just pretty much block off any of the potential rotation areas of the bearing with the suspension block. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and that's what we're going to do. So now what we're going to have to do is put on our, I just have a level 1 seat. I will be upgrading this eventually when I get the component kits, but this is all I got for now. I'm going to put this seat like right around here, I think is a good spot, or should I put it further back? Let's see. I need to make sure, the one thing about this is you need to make sure the weight is evenly distributed. So 1, 2, 3, and then that, and then, so this weight is not evenly distributed at all. So let's just take this off the lift and then figure out how to make this, what to cut to make this a little bit better. Okay, we are off the lift, and I've just basically removed this bottom part that was connected to the suspension. What I'm going to do here is actually just fill this back in with bubble wrap, I think. So the thing is, wood 3 has more buoyancy, but also one more weight than bubble wrap, while bubble wrap has one less weight and one less weight and one less buoyancy as well. So it's kind of like trying to figure out what is the best thing to use to float. I think for stability, wood 3 is the best like floating thing to do, but I'm not sure if it's worth it or like what material cost is worth. Bubble wrap is easier to do because it's cheaper, or wood 3, but we'll see. Alright, so here we've got a lot of weight right up front, which is makes sense because I have the seat back there still. So what we're going to do is actually move this seat slightly backwards if we can, and then hopefully the weight will get distributed properly. So let's move it back here. Let's see. That's pretty good. I know there's a little bit of a tilt up front, but that's okay. Alright, so now all I have to do is just connect this to the bearing right there, and now it's become a steering bearing. You might need to reverse it, but we'll see. So if I press D, it makes the car move, or the boat rotate in a certain direction. And it's kind of like, since it's a glitch, it's not the best thing to do or use like stability wise for control. I'm going to reverse it so it's easier to understand, but it works. And so in order to make sure that you get a smooth turning, I would suggest just turning up the suspension strength. I'm going to turn it up to here. Hopefully that won't be too hard. All right, and there you go. You got quite the quick turner. Check that out. Okay, so there's no engines or anything on this car. We've already got it turning left and right. Now, all that's left to do is getting fuel. Yeah, getting fuel as well as a thruster. I think I already have a thruster built, but I'll have to see. Those are the most expensive things you could probably have in this whole game. So hopefully they balance something with that, but I don't know. Okay, so I grabbed the thruster out. It's just a level 1 thruster because it takes 10 component kits just to upgrade this thing. And it's very heavy, as you can see. So Interesting. Okay, so what I gotta do is just connect this to the thruster, and I should have some gas on me, and I put the gas in here, and then I press W, and it works. Kind of. Oh, I'm going to upgrade this to make this a little bit faster. Okay, so that is good. However, you saw it flip over like that. That's because the center of mass is above the, I guess, buoyancy place. I don't know what to call it. Center of buoyancy, I guess. So what we're going to do is actually move this thruster to the very center of this creation. So like right down here. Hopefully it doesn't break anything like it just did. And we're going to put, oh no, put this thruster right in the middle, right here above the suspension piece right there. So that way it's kind of in line and it looks pretty good. Okay, so let's put that back. And honestly, so far so good. I'm not gonna complain too much about it. Maybe not, I don't know. Let's actually just bring this piece out right here to make it look a little bit more even, like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now if I let it off the thruster or the lift, it'll just tilt backwards slightly or a lot, and then that'll be good. So what we're gonna do now is actually, so we're gonna boost the buoyancy, but we're also gonna try to see if we can balance some of the weight by grabbing this fuel can and putting it up towards the front of the vehicle as well. So we're gonna go down here where the chest is, and then we're gonna place that. Oh man, that's not gonna be good, is it? Huh, actually that's not that bad. When I say not that bad, I mean it didn't completely flip over when it started falling down. In fact, this is still heavy right here. Wow, that's kind of crazy though. All right, well that just means we're going to need to add some more buoyancy to the back of this creation. So one thing to do that, I think, or I'm hoping, is just to add bubble wrap and or wood 3, which has the highest buoyancy in the game, or one of the highest buoyancies in the game, just to the back here, just all the way right here, so that the back end starts trying to feel lifted up versus the front end. Let's see about that. All right, we're getting there. We need some more. I'm probably gonna need to get some more oil to get some more bubble wrap soon. So we're gonna go back a row. So farther back you go, the more buoyancy, I guess, or more like angled difference you get. So let's actually put some wood as well back here and see what that does. Oh wow, look at that. Check that out. That's pretty good, actually. It's super unstable because of the suspension glitch, I think, but it floats, which is a good start. Okay, good. Oh, I've honestly, like, raids have become so just nothing to me now, because like my defenses don't, well, they don't get through my defenses. They do hang around here at the shoreline because my drones are out of commission for now, but they get the job done, and these are only level 4. So the auto factory over there only gets up to level 4 raids, so it's not like a big thing. I am waiting for the potatoes to start growing a little bit better, and I think we're getting there. I haven't checked yet on it yet, but I think we're getting a pretty good, decent amount. We just need to make sure that these guys, I don't know why, but they really don't want to come in through here anymore. They always like to run at the wall instead of actually running at the farm, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just because the farm is in a different location than it usually is. But either way, guns kill them, and that's all that matters. Okay, well, moving on to where the boat is. It seems to have flipped upside down. So I'm having some problems. Well, not really any problems. It's just, I guess we'll just do that actually, because I don't think changing this will do much. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's go out hunting. Let's hide this off real quick. Make sure nobody comes and gets it and kills it. And like, ugh, who knows? But let's go hunting. Alright, so we've got some more stuff. At least enough component kits to upgrade this to level 2. You know what, let's do level 3, honestly. Why not? Yeah, so let's do level 3. See what we do. We have some gas, so let's grab some of that too. And let's just hit the road, Jack. Or I guess hit the water, I guess. I don't know. I need to make a dock. I do plan on making a dock and or a garage that kind of connects to the dock so that I can have all my vehicles, instead of them floating around right there, they can be all in one place that's maybe connected by drawbridge or something out here. But I'll need to get a lot of materials for that. I'll probably make it out of brick since that's the easiest thing to get. So yeah, anyways, well, on the bright side, it's now facing the wrong way, or it's now like tilting down, and now it's going this way. Okay, good. I think for speed, I think we're good on the speed aspect of things, but it's just with the weight balancing is going to be the hardest. I only have 10 more wood 3, which isn't great, but if I go here, what will that do for my, oh, that was scary. What does that do for my, I guess, weight balance? It does good, actually. That's not bad. Oh, no, we're starting to tilt a little bit. Okay. I think that's also because this is too high. I need to make this a little bit lower. That could definitely be a thing, but I think for now what we're gonna do is just try to see if we can get either more buoyancy up front, buoyancy up front, and then a little bit more weight in the back too, so that we can have things a little bit even. So let's just grab some concrete and just plop it like right back here a little bit. Let's see what it does. No, it doesn't like it. Okay. Alright, so we're going to just have to move our thrusters to be underneath our boat. I guess that's the final step of the problem, or the equation. I did mean to actually upgrade this seat right here to a full level 5. That was a huge waste of things, but that's okay. And I wanted to experiment what happens to the suspension glitch when you change the turn speeds and turn into degree angles. This could have been a complete waste of time and space, but I guess we're gonna, experiment it anyways. So first I do want to actually just move this below the vehicle. I don't know exactly where I should put it. I don't know, because I don't want it to be too low. That's the problem. If we go too low, it might start tilting up, but I guess it's better if it tilts up. I can always add more weight to the front than it does otherwise. So let's just do that then. Okay, let's grab some of these and put that right there. And then slap that on there, connect that to there, connect that to there, level this all the way up, and should have plenty of fuel. Hopefully the thrusters aren't, so inefficient that it just burns up all that fuel, but we'll see what happens. Okay, it still looks like it's tilting down. I might need to move this gas can, actually. That might be a problem. So if we move this gas can to somewhere like right here, what happens here? It's actually not that bad. Okay, I could do with more thrusters, I think. And now I'm testing out my suspension glitch. Oh, okay, so using that actually does change the speed that the boat changes, or I guess turns. So actually, if I just grab this bearing right here and make it say like 3 degrees or so. Okay, so I did a little bit of rebalancing. I moved the gas can up front, and I moved the this thruster a little bit further back, just in the direct back, and actually this works a lot better than I thought it would. So good. And the 3-degree turning is good too. So this is pretty good. I just hope I don't get stranded out here. That would be quite unfortunate. So I'm just gonna hope I have enough fuel to get around. And let's grab my draw distance up a little bit. Let's head out to this island and see what's out here, and see if we can loot any structures or something that might be out here. I'm not really sure if there's anything even interesting, but we'll find out. Alright, we're at our first, I guess, outcrop of rocks. It looks like I am actually burning through fuel a little bit faster than I would like, so I might need to cut this trip short, but so far there hasn't been any problems with the boat, honestly. It's been good. It's turning really well. It's, doing pretty good, so I can't complain. So this boat, or this group of rocks, doesn't seem to have much to it. Just some oil down here. Let me just grab some oil while I'm out here. I might as well. And let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything crazy. Just some cool little cave formations, maybe some clams, some more oil, some more. There's a little island out here. Let's go over here and see if we can camp out on that island for the night. Okay, we're on this island. It's got some grass, some dirt. I'm guessing you can probably plant some seeds up here in this flat area if you really want to do some farming way out here. I highly doubt that there would be any bots that would come out and get you, which is a plus, but it's so far away from everything else, it's kind of very impractical. So let's just do some looting. There's some cool little underwater cave formations. Wow, actually this is pretty nice. I mean, I'm sure this has been seen before and around the map, just dotted as a tile, but this is pretty cool. Nice. I haven't found any weird structures yet, though. I haven't found any just things to kind of go to, or abandoned warehouses, I think they're called, or ruins. Huh, weird. Well, let's go check. Let's go keep looking and see if we can go find one. While I'm out here in the vast nothingness of the deep unknown, I guess I wanted to say that this episode is a filler episode before I try to do some very large scale project. I wanted to get this out there to show off just kind of the update to the factory. And thank you for following along. We will definitely be adding some more stuff, but I guess a teaser for our large scale project that I plan on doing is, it's hopefully, this might not work, but it might work, is having some sort of mech that can raid warehouses. A miniature but armored mech that can help shoot and raid warehouses. I don't know how to describe it, but that's going to be kind of my next task to do. I don't know how doable it is or if it's even possible, but we're going to try to do that. So it'll take me some time to figure things out because I haven't worked with mechs before, but hopefully you can be excited for that. I couldn't find any structures, and we're starting to run out of gas, so I decided that it's probably better off just to come back home while we can and not use up the rest of our gas, and then use, I guess, the rest of the time just to get prepared for the mech. And hopefully that'll be coming out soon, shortly. It might take a couple days, but until then, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, night, or evening, and I will see you next time.